Hello and welcome to Odyssey, a journey of life. In this 12th episode, today we have a very interesting guest. And before that, I just want to share a few things. Like few days back, one person he contacted me and he wanted to know some information about his career. Since we had a few sessions about the career counselor, so with the career counselor, so we gave the number and we forwarded the number his number to the career counselor, and it was really beneficial. So this program is a very info is not only a journey of life. It is how you how you it is about your it is about some learning and some you learn something from it, and not only that, it's inspiring motivational chat show. And today I would like to introduce our guest, Mrs. Suma R. Naik. Welcome to this show, Mrs. Suma.
Well, thank you.
And I would just few days back, a good friend of mine, Mr. Francis Pereira, he contacted me and he said, since you're you're talking to so many people like counselor and psychologist and an industrialist, why don't you talk something? Why don't you ask about the animals, which generally people are neglecting it? So that's why we are here today, dear viewers. We have with us Mrs. Suma R. Naik. She is an animal lover and she's a trustee of Animal Care India in Mangalore, Karnataka, India. And I would like to say a few words about Mrs. Suma. She is a lawyer by profession, but and since she has a passion for animals, it's not only dogs or cats or kites or birds, all types of animals she looks after. And she left her career, the good package she used to get every month, she left it and she has taken the full-time job as a animal lover, animal care person. Welcome to this show, Mrs. Suma. We are really honored that you're in this platform.
Thank you.
So, and can you just tell us something about yourself, how it started and what made you take up this as your career or full-time profession?
Actually, my profession is still that of a lawyer, but this is like a passion that I'm doing for animals because I'm one of the honorary trustees of Animal Care Trust.
Okay.
We don't have, we are a non-profit organization, and the very reason of working with animals and for animals is that I come from a family of animal lovers. My
Okay.
parents, my grandparents were all animal lovers, and from the very childhood, we have been taught to be kind to animals. One of my first rescues was of rescuing a stray dog, a community dog, I would say. When she was
Okay.
delivering in the heavy rain, I brought all her puppies and brought her into our shed in a hospital. That was my first rescue. Okay, that
Oh,
started my journey around 41 years back, 42 years
okay.
back.
Okay.
So,
Long time.
long time. That is when I was just around 6, 7 years old that I done this, and a constant interaction with animals because my mom is an ardent animal lover. We grew up in a very compassionate environment, and as I grew, this passion grew with me. And coming to Mangalore, doing my BCom and then LLB, there was nothing for animals in Mangalore when I was studying here. We formed a team of trustees, and
Okay.
Mr. Charles Paul, Dr. Ganesh Pai, Dr. Upadhyaya, Dr. Shivram Karikal, all of us joined together, Giridhar Kamath, joined together and we started
Okay.
this organization with the support of my donors, my uncle, basically Ganesh Chennai, who donated the land for the organization. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Tell us what all the you have. You said you have dogs. Well, apart there may be different types of dogs like German Shepherds or Bulldog or Golden Retriever Poodle or even Pomeranian. Apart from dogs and cats, what all the other animals in your premises you are having it?
Basically, Animal Care Trust is a hospital for sick, injured community animals. So it
Yeah.
can be dogs, it can be cats, it can be birds, it can be some amount of wildlife because we don't have a wildlife rehabilitation or rescue center in Mangalore. Okay,
Okay.
so we do not handle breeds. We do not handle, as you said, Alsatians, bulldogs, or poodles, and all. We don't handle such animals unless they come to us in a state of absolute abandonment by their pet owners. So our
Okay.
shelter, spread over half an acre of property, houses sick dogs, injured cats, injured birds, and we do not believe in enclosing our animals once they are fine. Once they are fine and fit, they either rehabilitated, rehomed, or left back in the same place they are picked up from, and our
Okay.
birds are left free. We do not believe in caging our animals at all.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Really, the animals. Yeah, they should be left over, left in their own freedom. To be frank, since after the population have increased, we have taken their land and we have taken their place. And sometimes when the monkeys or even few months back, I've heard in the newspaper that a leopard came to nearby houses like that. It's really pathetic that we have taken out their places and we feel it is our premises that these animals have come. So it's really pathetic. But what are their heart? Yeah, please.
This leads to human animal conflict, and we think we are the superior beings and
Yeah.
try to harm them. So that is why we always strive for harmonious coexistence in the ecosystem, and we as animal lovers, we try to educate people and sensitize people, saying that they have their space, they have every right to live here. Where my
Yes.
apartment was built or my house was built, actually it was her space or his space, the dogs or the cats. So if I take over, they come as a parcel with my house.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
It's a nice gesture that at least you are taking care of those birds and animals. But generally we cut the trees along with the nest and we build our own apartment. And the birds they don't have any place to live in. It's really sad. And what about the since you have so many cats and dogs? What are the difficult situation you have faced during your in this lifetime, and how did you tackle it? Any
every
with
day,
yeah, every day is a difficult. Each day is a new day for you. I
actually, every day is a challenge because
okay.
every day brings in new cases to the organization. And the thing is, it is a challenge in the sense there's a lot of issues that we have to deal with. One is we have to deal with an injured animal, we have to deal with an abuse case, we have to deal with a human who is either who is very very angry because he has an animal in his locality, or there's another human who's very angry because the animal has been injured. So we have to deal with extreme cases. Now, while dealing with animal, especially dogs in our city, the main thing is people think they're menace. They're a menace. But this concept has to change because the law is very clear. The dogs are here to stay, and they are a part of our community, and that's why they are community dogs. So we
Yeah.
do the annual birth control program.
Yes.
Sorry, I think I lost you.
No problem. No. Can continue.
So we do the animal birth control program with the Mangalore City Corporation. That is, we sterilize the male and the female dogs. And we also, but most of the panchayats and the town municipalities don't do it. We have to have an organization who will take up the responsibility with the government department to do it. So during this program, there are so many difficulties that an organization faces with the department, with the annoying public, with an extreme, very extreme and compassionate animal lover who's taking care of these dogs. So then there is a case of an injured animal coming in. There's a case of abandoned kittens and puppies coming in, barely open their eyes. We require to bottle feed them. So we have limited staff, we have limited resources, we have limited space, we have limited money. So all these issues have to be handled. God has been very gracious to Animal Care Trust. We have a very committed team of staff, trustees, and
Very good.
volunteers who work
Very good.
really hard to keep our animals safe, to get very good homes for our animals. And I want to really mention that we have a very good, department in the city corporation as of now, who have been very, very cooperative and working along with the organization to do new additions also take this forward.
Okay. Since I saw your website that this one is that you don't get any support from the government. So everything is on your own and people who donate something like that. So
Yes.
how do you manage with limited amount of limited finance, and how do you manage with these problems?
Doctor, the thing is, for the entire district of Dakshina Kannada, Udupi also, and I would say a part of Uttara Kannada also, Karnataka, there is no organization working for domestic stray animals. Hmm?
Okay,
So
okay,
we
okay.
have goshalas, but for
Yeah.
our domestic animals, we do not have the shelter. So most of the accident cases come to Animal Care Trust. So apart from our city, we have all over the district animals come in, and we have never said no to an injured animal in need of help. Yeah, the entire shelter is run on public donation. For the last so many years, our shelter has run on the goodwill that we have, raised with our work that we do. And mainly it comes from our friends, our family, our relatives. And now, because of social media, people seeing our work, they are
Mhm.
donating. But we are hand to mouth. If you see our shelter, it's a very basic structure that we have, but we are giving as much as good care and medical support and love and affection to our animals. No dearth of food or medicines for our animals. So, but it is not the not the state of art, structure that we have, because we
Okay.
run on limited funding. Yes, we don't have any government aid at all, except that the
Okay.
city corporation looks after the birth control program, which they have outsourced to our organization.
Okay, but how do you get the? Do you think in the road, if the dogs are abandoned or cats are abandoned, or even the birds are wounded, you see them and bring it? How do you bring it, and how do you know it's the or while going to your work or something, you just
No,
see the animal lying down? How do you find out whether the this
no.
animal has been wounded? Or
The thing is,
it needs
yeah,
it needs
the
care.
members of the public,
Yeah.
animal lovers, then compassionate people, or any department people who see an injured animal in need of help, call us. We have a
Okay.
landline where people can contact us, and our numbers are on their website as well as Google. You can find our numbers. So
Okay.
somehow or the other, we are reached, and we have staff, we have vehicles. Many a times, our vehicles may be out on another rescue, so we expect public to bring them in. So,
Okay.
for example, right now, what we have done is for puppies, kittens injured, puppies, kittens, birds, public have to bring them to the shelter. And only for animals which people are not able to handle, maybe an aggressive dog because he's ill, that he is trying to snap or bite, that requires expertise to bring it to the shelter in the vehicle. So such cases we send our ambulance out. So
Okay.
yeah, we are only concentrating on sick injured animals, and we do not take healthy animals in at all. It is not a sanctuary. It is a hospital come shelter home for sick and injured animals.
Okay.
For healthy animals, we are having the adoption program. So on spot, wherever there's a group of 7, 8 puppies or 3, 4 kittens, we expect some people to feed and look after, and then we try to promote them online. Or we had adoption camps prior to lockdown. Unfortunately, the lockdown has hit us very hard.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
over 67 puppies waiting for homes, over 15, 20 kittens waiting for homes, and we are unable to move them in a bigger program like the adoption camp. We are just moving them by moving posters and circulating posters and trying to get them homes online.
Okay, okay, okay. But since you said you have, you get the animals which maybe sometimes they are wounded. But if they are wounded, they will be aggressive. How do you handle those aggressive animal? Do you cater only with dogs and cats, or even with? I saw in your website even the calf. It was
Yes,
wounded on its leg, and you were
yes,
the surgery. This one was done on the wounds. You are applying the ointment on the
yes,
wounds and all that. Yes.
yes.
So they'll be aggressive when they are in pain. How do you?
Right. Yes, doctor. The thing is, any animal responds to voice and talk. That is my experience for the last 25, 30 years that I have been working with animals. So, a voice or the wave of a particular person can really heal the animal. So, many a times, even if the animal is uh, aggressive because he is ill, because he is
Yes.
injured, you
Yes.
talk to the animal and reassure, saying that nothing is going to happen to you. We are here to help. Okay, that itself, in many circumstances, mellows down the animal and easier to handle.
Okay.
But sometimes, some feral animals who have absolutely no human contact at all, such
Hmm.
animals may not listen to even you talking to them. So, in that case, we have equipment to muscle them and then shift them to the vehicle. As far as calves are concerned, they're easy to handle. But as far as bulls are concerned, that is injured bulls, that is a big, big challenge for us.
It's
Most of
heavy.
the time, yeah, most not only heavy, it's aggressive, and
Yes.
he may be injured in the horn or injured one leg, but he's still mobile. So in such cases, on spot treatment is given by our volunteers who handle such cases. Either give the tablets in the food or banana, and treat them with topical spray or any other topical application. Such
Mm-hmm.
animals are not shifted to the organization. But if the animal is collapsed, requires fractured its leg and requires to be set right, then such animals are shifted with the help of the public and volunteers and staff to the organization for further treatment.
Okay, 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 okay. But it's really very, very this very hard to be with the animal and even to look after them. But once I saw this in this video that you even the kites you were it was wounded and you helped it to can you tell us about this video which is playing on the
Yes.
screen?
Yeah. Our dog. This is our special aviary. That is a special section, Ward Garuda, which is specially made for injured kites, sorry, injured
Okay.
birds. And
Uh-huh.
God has been great. We have a vet, Dr. Yashasvi Naravi, who's our
Oh,
vet, who's very good with wildlife. So
okay.
kites, he has done a surgery on the wing, and there you see after nearly a month of treatment, it has been released successfully. And our
Okay.
staff also handle these animals very, very committedly in a very, very affectionate manner. And
Okay.
we have divided our work such that certain staff handle certain cases only. So
Uh-huh.
the staff are assigned to handle birds, handle cattle, and that is, the staff that you see who's releasing the bird is Srinivas, who has been with
Okay.
us for the last 16 years. So he was a specialist in handling birds.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for us, but he had to go back to his hometown to look after
Oh,
his family. So
okay.
last month he left for his hometown. We wish him good
Okay. Okay.
because, but we
Yes.
really miss him and his wife
Yeah.
Kumari. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So nice of you to say your gratitude to them. And apart from birds and dogs, cats, what else animals you take care of, or it has come to your rescue?
We have squirrels, we have toddy cats that are palm civets, we have
Okay,
mungus, we have these are wildlife, but we usually hand over to the department if they want to take the animals.
okay,
But since rehabilitation center is not there, they entrust it to us and then they're released into the natural habitat after some time.
okay,
Then
okay.
baby birds, bulbuls, Indian
Uh-huh.
barbets, then Mainas, Munias, and I would like to mention, make a special mention about my mom, Shobha Ramesh.
Mm-hmm.
She is over the years she has become a specialist in handling baby birds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, okay.
currently at home, she's taking care of two Mainas, two Indian barbets, and released two bulbuls recently last week actually, and
Okay.
she has been constantly guided by our vets, Dr. Lakshmi, Dr. Yashasvi, and she's she's managing very well.
You keep them in the cages, or you just leave them free so that they can also go around
Yeah, the
any
thing is, once they when they're baby birds, they require hand feeding. Even if you leave them free, they won't move around. And very important is they need the heat pad. There's a special equipment called the heat pad, which we also use when we have a back sprain. We put the heat
Okay.
bed. Those are used for keeping them warm, just like the mother. So for a couple of weeks, they are confined to the basket and hand feeding on the heat pad. Once they start trying to move, then
Hmm.
comes they're out of the basket. So it is a
Okay.
stage-wise progress. In my mother's house, one entire room has been dedicated for the birds. It's called the bird room. So
Okay.
stage-wise progress takes place there.
Okay, 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 okay. After listening to your this conversation, it's even people wants to have their own center with if they in their house or in the garden, if they want to have the animal care and center on their own. So, what ideas are, of course, they will approach the concerned person, right? But what are the ideas you will be giving to them?
There are two, three aspects. One thing is what is the commitment that you can give to the organization. Second is what is the infrastructure that you have. Thirdly, what is the funding that you have. Fourthly, what are the legal requirements that you need to meet. So these things to be considered. One thing is commitment that you have is you can't say for so long you have been doing my one rescue, two rescues, two birds,
Yeah,
two cats, two dogs. That's not going to remain the same once you start an organization.
it's a lifelong.
It's going to grow. Once people
Yes.
come to know that you're doing something, they're going to come and give you animals. They may not help, but they're going to give you animals to look after. So are you ready to take on that responsibility is the first and foremost thing that a person needs to decide. Secondly
Yes.
is you cannot do it within your home premises. It is going to grow, so you need a space. So do you have a space, a shelter? Then comes the money that is required to build your walls, infrastructure. Then you need a good team of vets, good team of staff, good team of volunteers. God has been great. We have Dr. Yashasvi, Dr. Supriya Kapse with us now, who
Okay.
work with us, and I have a very good team of staff. I want to actually acknowledge them. That is Suresh, Veerabhadra, Ravi, Savita, Divya, Prasad, Ramana, and Lakshmi for working with us.
So
And
many, so many.
yes, and all my volunteers who are watching this, hats off to you for being so committed for the organization and doing so much fostering adoptions and working for the rescues along with our staff, coming and doing service activities at our shelter. And not to forget my trustees. All six of you are just wonderful, and for giving the support that requires at every point of time and crisis. So, see, this is what the entire organization is. So, the team, the team builds up over the period of time. The work is only going to go upscale, no, never going to come
Yes,
down.
yes, yes.
So, I as an animal lover, I thought one dog, one cat, one rescue, one cattle, few puppies here, there,
Okay.
I put in, brought home, and that's it. But as it grew, when I look back, I said,
You
how
can't
did it
leave
grow?
them also.
It just grew. It just grew. And today, without going to the shelter, the day doesn't feel complete at all. Or without
Okay.
attending it calls, it doesn't feel. And whether you want to have a family and can give that commitment is also an issue. Whether you can have a profession and give this commitment is also an issue that
It's
you need to handle.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yes.
because if you're taking in an animal, you have to see that it gets the proper treatment, gets the proper food, get the proper environment. Okay, otherwise you don't take in an animal for treatment just because you need to show that some work is going on. That is not the attitude.
Okay.
So,
And yeah. And you said about the adoption. If somebody is interested since you have now have 15 puppies and and you don't mind if somebody is really is really interested and wants to take care of the of at least one puppy as a pet, so how do they contact the you or the Animal Care Trust? How do they contact the person? And after taking the puppies from you, what all the stages you will be contacting to them, and
yes,
how the process? What is the process?
okay. Basically, you will find only desi puppies and kittens with us. There are no breeds available with us. And these are all free adoptions that we do. But just because
Mhm.
we are giving them free doesn't mean it comes without any responsibility. So there is
Yes.
a system that we follow. There's a adoption form that we fill out, and there's a ID proof that you need to give. Okay, and the process will be explained to you. And when you adopt from an organization at 8 months of age, the animal has to be mandatorily sterilized. It is not a choice. So we follow up with the adopters and convince them to operate the animals. And madam, this all our puppies and kittens are vaccinated and dewormed
Like,
before they're given for adoption. So the person who wants to adopt can either call us up and tell us which puppy he wants to adopt. For example, during lockdown time, we are all our FB page, Insta page are filled with posters of puppies who are up for adoption, kittens who are up for adoption. Our WhatsApp statuses are all also filled with these animals who are up for adoption. So Mona Patel, our adoption coordinator, can be contacted. Her number will be there available on the poster, and she will explain where this animal is available for adoption. It can be at our shelter or at a foster home of our volunteer. Many of our volunteers take care of pups and kittens.
okay, 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 okay. So yeah. So, dear viewers, if you are interested in adopting a puppy or a kitten, please do contact the concerned person. I think the phone number is given in this will be given in this in this chat show, and if anybody wants to start their own adoption center, they should have. It is not an easy job. You need a doctor, a volunteers, a caretaker, and a very kind-hearted people. And just a few minutes back, I was talking to Mrs. Suma, and she was telling about something about a German Shepherd. It
No,
was found near in the. It was. Can you tell more about this?
yes, actually, it's a boxer.
Okay,
Um,
it's a
it
boxer.
was he was
Boxer is
abandoned.
expensive. It's an expensive dog.
Yeah, it is a breed, and it's
Yeah.
pretty expensive. And some a person has shopped for this poor dog at maybe a pet shop or from a breeder. And day before yesterday, that is 2 days back, he was
Okay.
found. at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon by our staff, around 50 to
Mhm.
500 meters away from our shelter. The
Mhm.
dog had a t-shirt, had a diaper on, and
Okay.
he cannot walk, and he
Oh,
was crying out on the road for help. It was such a pathetic and terrible sight for us,
oh
because
God.
the animal is totally helpless, doesn't know where he is, in which, where he needs to go, what he needs to eat, whom to look up to, totally abandoned. And he has a severe mange, that is a severe skin infection. He cannot get up. He has no control over motion and urine, and uh, he's left all alone. So
But
this
generally, the dogs they know the way back, isn't it?
yeah,
They can
true.
go
The
back to
dog,
the.
yeah, the community dogs can find their way back. Hmm? Because they have always moved around in their territory, and especially male dogs during mating season go quite a few kilometers, and they generally trace out their. But these dogs are the ones who are inside your house, inside your gate, brought from a shop, and then put inside your premises, and have nothing to do with the outside world at all. So, how do you expect this particular little one to be on its own in the rainy day? Fortunately, it did not rain till my staff found him. Anyway,
Okay.
a treatment is started. That is why we tell people, why do you want to shop when our animals, our dogs, our puppies, our desi dogs are dying on the roads in road accidents, being dumped in markets? Or why do you
Yeah.
want to shop? Just because they look nice, they look different? But these
Yeah.
breeds, these I have nothing against breeds. To be very frank with you, for me, all animals are the same. But it feels very bad because yes, you choose a breed. At least if you look after, I'm very happy. But if you bring them to this state, then what?
It's
And
really
then
pathetic.
when our desi dogs, our local dogs are homeless, what is the logic by buying something and giving it a home than rather giving a homeless dog and a home? You know. So
Yeah.
even this is with regard to the cats also. Persian cats, these cats, our local cats are the best. And let me tell you, doctor, the desi dogs and desi cats are the most sturdy ones. They have the best of immunity, and they're very watchful, and
Okay.
they would adjust to any kind of food that you provide, nutritious food that you can provide. So
Yes.
our life as animal welfare activists or animal lovers or people who run the organization is that we face with so many circumstances of abandoned cases, animals who are undergoing depression because they are left by their family. I have seen a Doberman even stop eating, and he died eventually. There was nothing wrong with him, but he just refused to eat because he didn't want to live after his family abandoned him. These are called suicidal tendencies. So just animals share much more emotions than we do. They have much more attachment than we have, and they believe that we are their family. So never abandon
Yes.
an animal, because the pain that he under or she undergoes will always haunt you, whether you like it or not.
Yes, yes, yes. Very true, very true. And really, as you said, let's go desi. Yes, we have people are crazy about other breeds of dogs, but desis, they are, as you said, they are more immune and more adaptable to the owner, right?
And at this point, ma'am, I would like to just make a mention that
Sure.
any one of you who are seeing this show and who have dogs, please, if you are not able to find homes for your younger one, that is the litter of your dog, kindly get your dog sterilized. If it's male or a female, kindly get your dog sterilized, get your dogs vaccinated. Do not contribute to the community dog population, which is already on the street. We have people just abandoning their litters on the streets, and then they make a hue and cry saying stray dogs, stray dogs, stray dog population. But you have pet owners dumping them in markets, dumping them in bins, in gonies, in baskets, and just and then they contribute to the population.
Yes, 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 yes. Very true, very true. And suppose if the dog becomes sick, if it has some problem, so can in the Mangalore region, or if they are in the Mangalore, they can contact you and come to you. Since you said yours is a animal care, it's not a hospital or anything. So can you give the support, or can you give the support to the
Yes.
animal if it is sick?
If it's a pet animal
Yeah.
belonging to some person, we will definitely guide them to a good vet to get the treatment done.
Yes.
We will not be providing the facility at the shelter. The shelter exclusively is a hospital for community animals or stray animals or homeless animals who have no owners to look after them. So yes, we will guide the pet owners to get the treatment for their animals, but our services are extended only to stray animals.
Okay. And I have heard that you take your van and feed the stray animal which are in the on the road, and you every day you and your team they do it. Is it so?
Actually, not from our vehicle doesn't go, but
Yeah.
our volunteers have formed teams, especially during COVID time.
Mhm.
All the volunteers, most of our volunteers in different areas, got together with the feeders, non-volunteers who also feed, and divided the areas and started feeding these stray animals in in their locality and nearby localities.
Okay.
Our trust as such doesn't go around feeding animals, but we support our volunteers whenever possible. Last lockdown period, we provided the food to many feeders from our organizations for feeding, and this continued. And during this partial lockdown, also, our volunteers have continued feeding the animals.
Very nice, very nice. Very informative and very nice. And if we want to contact you, and I think some of the viewers they may have some other questions, queries in their mind, they can contact you, and I think they can contact you. They can see in your website and contact you, isn't it, ma'am?
Yes, our numbers are available on the website. And
Okay.
if somebody wants to adopt, then they
Yes.
can contact Mona Patel, our volunteer. Her
Can
number
you
is
give the number? Yeah, please.
yes 9900404971.
Can you repeat
This
it,
is
please?
yeah 9900404971. This is exclusively for adoption. And our volunteer Mamta Rao takes care of cat sterilizations. That is community cat sterilizations. It's not for pets. It's again only for community animals. And people can contact me for rescues, or our shelter helpline is there, which is available on the website for rescues.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ms. Suma, for this information. And it's a valuable information, and it is useful for quite a lot of animal lovers. You have told about how to rescue that you have rescued so many animals and you have treated them, and it's really nice talking to you, and about the animals. You have so much passion about the animals, and I would. And if you have any other queries or anything about this program, and please give us your feedback to this drsrilatha@gmail.com. Please give, and we need your support uh, and your response for this program. And thank you, Mrs. Suma, for your valuable time and
Doctor,
sharing all your
Doctor, one
thoughts.
last thing.
Sure.
If anybody wants to help the organization, can always
Yes.
donate newspapers, can donate old clothes, can donate food for the animals, that is dog food, cat food. And if you want to donate in kind or in cash, you can always contact us. Our website has the donation link. So kindly help the organization to help more animals.
Yes, that's really very important, because since yours is on, you are not taking any support from others, only through donations, and uh, you're doing it. And really, even if it is a small amount, it doesn't matter, dear viewers. Please donate for this, and it will be helpful for the organization. And if you have any, if you wish to adopt a pet dog, pet animal, please you can contact them for more ideas, more details. Thanks a lot for watching this program. Thank you, Mrs. Suma. Thank you. Thanks a lot.